And Father Desbois founded Yahad and Unum, meaning together in one, to document the mass killings of Jews at the hands of Nazis, and now works to fight genocide against the Yazidis around the world. And Father Desbois is also the author of 2 books out recently, The Terrorist Factory and In Broad Daylight. Father, thank you so much for being with us today. We really appreciate it. Well, tell us about the plight of the Yazidis now. The ISIS leader Baghdadi is dead, but the Yazidis are still in peril.
Yes, the Yazidis are very afraid. First, there are 18 camps of Yazidi. Each camp is 15,000 people, 25,000 people, and there are many Yazidi who are still in Syria, still in slavery with ISIS families. So we don't know what will happen because we are afraid that the ISIS family will send them to a bomb to blow themselves.
Mm-hmm. And how is President Trump's decision to pull U.S. troops out of northern Syria affecting the region?
I was in Iraq that day, just near the border, so in one night we saw all the journalists running out, all the civilians trying to run out. I would say that locally it was seen like a nightmare.
Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine what it was like being there. And how is your organization specifically helping the Yazidi people?
So we try to help 400 children who have been brainwashed. They don't remember the face of their mom, they don't remember their language, and they have been trained that they are Muslim and they were not Muslim and that they are terrorists. So we try to bring them with psychologs, nannies, healing to bring them back to reality. It's a challenge because some of them stay ISIS. A part of them say, no, we are Yazidi, we remember. We ask, what was your name of father? Say, I don't know. My mother, I don't know.
How difficult is that to deal with when you're trying to help someone kind of get back to who they were?
Yeah, it's sure, because Baghdadi, he has a challenge. He knew he will die. Since the beginning, he said, we will all die, but you, the children, you will be the next generation. So they feel like a mission post-mortem. So it's why it's so dangerous. So it's why we work so hardly to save them, to heal them.
Mm-hmm. And with so much unrest in the region, what is the day-to-day like for these children? Are they able to be in school right now?
That's a great question. They were 5 years without school, so they are not reintegrating in school. It's why we give courses in our center, even they don't know to write English. It was forbidden for them to speak English. It was considered like the language of enemy. So to learn them language, and we'll teach them to rehabilitate their relations with women because they were completely separated from women.
And I want to ask you, just this week, the U.S. House of Representatives passed a resolution acknowledging the Ottoman Empire's role in the Armenian genocide that lasted almost a decade. How significant is this?
I think it's important because the Armenians have been really victims of genocide. They were waiting since a long time. And I think, you know, America is a great country. And so finally that they recognize it, it's a big, big signal, I would say, to Turkey, which sometimes is so dangerous.
Why do you think they're recognizing it now?
I think it has been a political push, and perhaps they are less afraid of Turkey.
Yes, definitely. Well, Father Desbois, thank you so much for being on today, and thank you for the great work that you're doing.
Thank you.